All right, greetings all. So I'm going to do a part two for the Aries vanishing point, and I'm going to show two charts. So this is a very interesting idea that I'm going to convey, and it's going to have to do, or rather, it's going to circle around this idea that today's vernal equinox, the beginning of the vernal equinox, actually it was yesterday, right? The 20, or is it today? Today's Friday. Today's the 21st. But I think it was yesterday. Well, yesterday and today, depending where you are in the world. So this is the 0 degrees Aries sun. This is the 2 degree Venus star point in a couple days. Many other planets are in Aries right now. Um, I'm going to look at the chart real quick, but it's all right here. This is the chart for tomorrow, actually. And I did it because I wanted the Venus star point along, even though it's not noted on here specifically, so that everyone could see the transits for the human design channels and what centers are being turned on. And I did another video called The Aries Vanishing Point, and it was about gate 25. And you can see that here in the center. This specific gate is connected to the G center, which is all about direction. Now you notice that's open right now. So if you have an open G center in your chart, um, then you could suffer from inability sometimes to really have a sense of your true direction. Unless you have like a solid community or a partner or a friend who helps define this. And even then, it's still not yours, but it'll secure that space for the time being. Just like people that have an open splenic center over here on the left have to make do with fear management because everyone's fears passes through this area here. And this is the spleen center, so it rules the emotions of fear, it rules the immune system. And as you can see right now, we have one channel created through the transits, and that's the 35, 36. And that's been so for a while now because that's created partially by the nodes. I think my image is in front of the gate, so now you'll be able to see it more clearly. So the north node is in gate 36, the gate of emotional crisis. So a lot of us are going through crisis right now. And it's kind of a Janus crisis, meaning to say, looking forward, looking back. We're caught in a gateway. And that gateway is the Aries vanishing point that's occurring right now. And there's so much energy present in the Aries vanishing point, including the sextile from Pluto, that there's so much energy going in and out of this void. There's things emerging now, and there's things dissolving. And so there's a strong feeling of disorientation. Now, gate 25 in this particular moment in time is occupied by Venus at gate 25 and the Sun at gate 25 conjuncting the Venus coming together with the Sun to create the impact of the Venus star point, which is all about what you have to give. What do you have to give to others? Where from your heart do you want to give? How do you want to give to others? There's this great song from the 80s from Sammy Hagar. And the lyrics of the song where you have to give to live. And there's more lyrics in the song. And it goes, if you want love, you have to give. And then you have to give to live. Something like that. It's a little cheesy in presentation, but it's still a fun rock song. And the gate 25 is about universal love. So it's about love for all. It's very impersonal. It's an impersonal gate. And on the lowest level frequency of expression, it's about the love of material. the love of materialism. And on the highest, it's about love of humanity, universal compassion for humanity. Compassion comes in with Neptune arriving uh, in this gate. Oh, Neptune's there already. Apologize. Yeah, so we have three planets there in gate 25, and Neptune's in line 2. The Sun is in line 4, and Venus is in line 6. So Venus is about to go out. It's going to be tomorrow. So these three planets together speak to where our compassion lies with Neptune, what we have to give to others relative to our values. That speaks to Venus, and where the energy is right now, presently. And that's the Sun, the focal point of awareness, the functionality of beingness. What should we be doing right now? What is correct for us? What is not correct for us? Should we look through the filters of the past? Should we look through the filters of the future? The past is very heavy-headed right now with Virgo on the South Node, gate 6, the gate of conflict. That's down here in the emotional center, very, very emotional, affecting the emotional wave up and down, clear and not clear. When am I going to get clear? Not seeing things as they are the first time. Success through playing hard to get, through waiting until you're clear to make big decisions. And so a lot of people will have this defined and they will right now be going through it because there's a lot of amplification and channels moving here in transit. So even the open, even those who are open are feeling this. They're feeling like there's some emotional wave running through them. And it's coming from this 35, this boredom. Oh, I'm so bored. There's nothing for me to do. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Trouble with being fully present in a moment, and the solvent for a lot of this is the same as the problem. In the wound is the solution. In the wound is the talent, the skill that's created. So at the lowest level of reactive expression, this particular gate is about flinching from pain, tightening the body, constricting it, all at the same time refusing to suffer, refusing to fully feel what's going on, and thus ultimately trapping the breath in the body and not taking full, powerful breaths with which expunge all the energy and really create a vortex so that the heart can feel. And so, whatever breathing method you're into, pranayama or like I really like the Har and Kundalini yoga that really just like causes the energy to move up and out. And there's other methods. There's many methods. Or calming, like in yoga nidra, like just like a calming, very slow, almost sleep-oriented breath, where just there's just the breath every in intervals, not too many breaths. In fact, as little as possible breathing. And many of you will sense this that when we're truly relaxed, we don't breathe much. Actually, you just kind of allow the body to find its own rhythm and breathe when necessary, and that's even more powerful. And so we're talking about the reactive expression of gate 25, suffering by trapping your body, feeling trapped in a body, trapped in your chest, trapped in the heart. And the solution is to own the wound. How do you own the wound? Well, you feel it. But feeling it feels like crisis. It feels like it's never ending. It feels um, like there's no end to temporality, like you're in a hell that will never end. So reactive nature and expression in this gate does not want to feel. It hates how it feels. And in this world, the real currency is feeling. We buy and sell feelings. That's why we have a Neptunian tower of programming. That's why we have television and media and radio and music, because it's all about the commodification of feelings, of emotions, of those wheels and motions of expression, and how to get the most loosh, out of it to feed the moon, to feed the programming agents, the planets that move around us that help with their rays create this kind of realm or subsist it. And so right now is the opportunity to just do what you can to accept how you feel, accept your suffering, accept your frustrations, accept your mistakes, accept your errors, forgive yourself, let go of that energy, give it back to those who it belongs to, whether you do energy work or just to thank you, really. Thank you is a great orientation in order to flip the energy back to who it belongs to. You're acknowledging the energy and releasing it. Something just as simple as that can be really helpful. And thus, pain would reform itself as something in order to accept at every turn. The solution being to feel the pain, to sit in it. And meditation really helps if you can sit in it long enough to go into a theta state. You reach a level of calm, and then you could start doing other things while you're sitting. And crystals can help too. If you have crystals or stones, you can hold them while meditating, and it's huge, huge support. So those are some solutions. Now it is vernal equinox. It is the beginning of the zodiac, so celebrate the endings and welcome the new beginnings. It's a good time to start new things, whether it's cleanses and don't be too, you don't want to be too obsessed with it. Just little things you can start for the next couple weeks, and that'll be helpful too. Let's see if there's anything else here. The impact of this emotional wave created by a 35 and 36 cannot be underestimated. It's all about relationships right now and how we can be present for ourselves primarily, authentically as possible with ourselves, and that means to know what you're feeling. And so the contrast here is, instead of constricting the body and not wanting to feel the pain and thus not know it, is to let go, breathe, and accept and know that pain. Know what that pain is that triggers you, and allow yourself to be raw and feel it. And that really is the key to this moment with the three planets in gate 25. Once gate 25 approaches at the end of the month, there's confusion as to you really, how you really feel about things. If you haven't cleared up enough passageway for your heart to know what it's feeling, delusion will come about near the end of the month. With Neptune there, fantasies and delusion, but also compassion. So, of course, wherever one is on the spectrum of awareness and high or low frequency. Now, at the end of May will come a form of contraction. So, what is not real will be clarified, and humanity will no longer have patience for fakery and false face images of compassion, and there's so much of that. There's so much politicking in our environment that a lot of the presentation of compassion is not authentic. So Saturn will help with authenticity, and we'll know what's real as late May arrives. Right now, things are not very clear. And so one more point before I get off, I want to bring. is this is very fascinating funnel because at the end of this vernal equinox, at the other side, at fall equinox will be an eclipse. And we don't have any full moon or new moon necessarily close to this vernal equinox, but we will have I think it's a new moon um, lunar eclipse. I did so many videos on that at this point. I can't even remember which one it is. So I'm going to share, and you guys will see it's like a funnel. So look at where you are right now. Look at this chart. Um, it's helpful to journal so you know how you're feeling and where you're at because you're going to be on the other side once the eclipse arrives in late September. So I'm going to share, and you'll see the contrast in the chart. Oh, that's the same one. I didn't label them, so I picked the same one again. Let's see if I can get it right. Nope, apparently I have two of the same chart. I do, I have two of the same chart. Oh, there it is. Okay, I don't know that I'm sharing it though, so let me try again. Okay, there it is. Okay, so this is September 21st. You'll see there's no channels activated. So, but there's a lot of gates around. This eclipse here will be September 21st. This seems like this eclipse will be very close to, this will be in Virgo. So it'll be another health related eclipse. So you want to keep yourself healthy this year. It's all about the immune system this year with the North Node in Pisces. And you'll see that gate 25 is reactivated here by the Earth because it's opposite the sun right now. So this is the Mars Virgo polarity. And so Earth will be in gate 25 and the sun will be in gate 46, which is all about the body and taking care of the body. And a couple other gates got activated. 22, the gate of grace or disgrace. The gate of 20, that's the gate of the now. 62, opinions. 50, care. 18 is the gate of the past, especially on the mother's line and ruled by the mother. Gate 60, limited resources. We're all starting to feel that now as new policies are put into place. And Trump spoke about, I forgot the term, a friend reminded me today, but something related to we're all going to suffer a little from limited resources. And so I just share this as like a funnel from now until fall equinox. We will go through a journey, and this journey will reach a pivotal point in the summer when Jupiter goes into Cancer and squares the Aries vanishing point at gate 25 right here. So no matter where we look, everything is happening here related to our direction in life. What is our new direction? What was our past direction? What are we letting go of? What are we starting anew? And this will be wherever in your chart you have this defined or not, and what gates, what planets you have in this gate here in gate 25, or even 51. So be patient with yourself. It's definitely a time where you can make things happen, but there's going to be a lot of hiccups in our starting. And why? Because, well, Mercury is retrograde right now. So whatever you start right now, it could be a lot of restarts until you get it right. And if you have time before you start something cl clearly and intently, I would wait till mid-April. Venus will be direct again mid-April as well. So best to wait to start any new relationships or any new endeavors. And I think that's it. If you guys have additional questions, ask it in the chat below. I hope you enjoyed this. This is the Aries Vanishing Point Part 2. This will last from now until next April of 2026. and the energies will be on and off hitting this part. So it's the most important part in your chart. Look to see where Aries 0 degrees is, 0 to 2 degrees. And Saturn and Neptune will be going in permanently next April, March, at different times. I think one in early year, one a little closer to mid-year. And that ultimately is going to also be a lot of tension brought to this point in the summer when Jupiter squares both Neptune and Saturn, as well as the fall when Neptune and Saturn retrograde into a Pisces gate. And so that'll back out of 25 and go into a different gate. Hope that was helpful to you all. Again, like and subscribe if you would. Support the channel, I'd appreciate. Check out my YouTube, plutonicplanes.com, to see what I offer. And this video was for Jamie. What's up, man? Hope this is supportive to you. And of course, this was to all of you because we're all going through this in some way or another. All right, take care.